Now, thanks the divine for giving you this life and this moment where you're able to connect with yourself, with the sounds around you, connect with so many great people, and getting an opportunity to know about yourself. Now, rub your palms, generate some heat, and put it on your eyes. Gently open your eyes. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Great. So, in keeping with tradition, in the evening, the Divine Mother has started the session through Rashi. This is the truth. When I went to Bihar School of Yoga in 2009, Swami Satyananda was living at Jharkhand at a place called Rikiapit, where he decided to adopt a Paramahamsa sannyasi life. He had renounced even the head of the Bihar School of Yoga ashram and handed over to Swami Niranjan.
Last minute.
And what happened is that in 1989, when Swamiji went there, it appears it was a drought prone area. And when Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was uh, traveling last century to Kashi, they found it was the poorest of the panchayats in India. And he compelled everyone to give their blankets and whatever winter clothes they had to the villagers. To such a poor panchayat, Swami Satyananda was mandated by the divine to live his last leg of life. So Swamiji started the tapas and he has installed Annapurna in the Sri Chakra there. And to my surprise, when I went, I got idli and sambar in Jharkhand. Can you believe? I am a proof of that. Then I figured out that the cook of Swami Satyananda Saraswati had worked in Madurai in south of Tamil Nadu and learned how to make South Indian dishes. And then Swamiji told every program at Rikyapit will start with invocation by the young girls of the village. That story I remembered when Rashi took over today. That we did the teacher training every day around 5-ish. All the village girls would come. They will chant Mahamrityunjaya mantra. They will chant Gayatri mantra. And they will chant the 32 names of Mother Durga for protection. And then the yoga teacher training will start. And the Batuks, the boys, will come in next as demonstrators. But the entire show was led by these young girls, and my teacher herself is Yoga Kanti Saraswati, an Australian woman initiated by Swami Satyananda. So thank you, Rashi, for bringing all those fond memories of our tradition. And I also remember the promise which Adi Shankara gave to his mother. Whatever the world may say, whenever you need me, I will be there for you. And when the entire village said, how can you, being a monk, perform the final rites we will not allow, the plantain barks caught fire and his mother's body was consigned to ashes. Okay, so in our culture, there is nothing called equality. There is equity. Whoever does the best what the cosmos has designed them, they will do the job. And it is not without reason. Whenever I can ask any of you, which is your motherland, we will ask. What is your mother tongue, we will ask. And we say Mother Earth. Organized religions will say Father is in the heaven. In India also, I have never seen my father when I was young. We only see the mother, right? So she is Pratyaksha. She is there before us. So tradition said, Matru Devo Bhava. Uske baad hi Pitru Devo Bhava. She tells this person walking here and there, who you thought, how is he related to you? He is your father. She tells who is the father. So we come from a culture where the children are, till they attain puberty, are treated like Mother Bala Tripura Sundari herself. No festival ends without honoring them and prostrating to them. Even the grandmothers, grandfathers prostrate to their granddaughter on these days. So we need to remember, not just live our glorious past, how can we bring that today? For mainly to understand, it is like in mathematics when I studied, we studied both differentiation and integration. The subject is never complete without studying both. My BSc Maths when I studied. So first is we need to understand how to differentiate. There is a purpose. That is why divine has brought two genders, right? So we need to understand where we are different. So in corporate or at home, we will not ape men. And men should appreciate the difference so they will not expect women to behave like them. So this balance is extremely crucial. Okay. So let us start with neuroscience. We are going to do the session like this from the head. We are going to go down till the toes. Hope it's okay. Okay. So Adi Shankara can do, why not we do? Saundarya Lahari, all the Varnanas are like that only, no? So why not we also try? And morning when I was walking, I had some more thoughts. I will share that also. So what main four differences we have to understand as per neuroscience? The first thing we should understand is brain size is average 10% bigger for men, but that doesn't mean anything because the interconnection between the left and right hemisphere is stronger in women. So sometimes I have observed the recordings, and when we listen to particularly the coaching conversations or when we watch the video, women coaches are able to pick up the nuances in the tone and the energy much faster because they're naturally designed to process. So what science today is telling, women can bring what they are intuiting into words much easier because for them it is seamless. We have to understand that. Why we need to understand? Otherwise, we will say men are not understanding me. They cannot understand. How can they understand? How can a man understand the pangs of motherhood? At most, he can support, beyond which the pain, empathy also is out of the window. So we need to understand the difference. Brain size is big, but what Bhagavan has done, interconnection, he has given much more here, left and right hemispheres. So this is the first main difference. Second difference is the ability to connect logic with emotion is more pronounced in women. So how are they connecting it? Men have a pronounced amygdala, which is making them appear to be emotionally stable and everything. But women have the prefrontal cortex of women develops fully at the age of 22. So if you see, even in a relationship, the balance and stability depends on women actually. So she is able to take the life ahead. So our Shastras, our Indic wisdom Shastras say the minimum age difference between a man and woman is 4 in marriage. Minimum 4 because men lag 4 years behind to understand and appreciate something. I am not saying this. This is Shastra Pramana. Shastra is telling. So if you say 25 years, two people are getting married, naturally that girl has to bring up a baby only. As it is, that is happening in India. So 4 years, we all have to be clear. That is the difference which is given. Today, science is telling the same. When I presented this topic on Brahmacharya to the Pesit College, some 800 students from across Bangalore had come. Neuroscience conclusively says for women, the prefrontal cortex stabilizes at the age of 22. For men, it begins at 25 and 26. This is all verifiable today, neuroscience based. So the size of the brain doesn't matter. What we use the brain for matters. Okay, so this is the first difference. Okay. Second, the language and communication thing I was telling you, what you are visualizing, women can bring it into words and action much quick. For men, it may be appearing abstract because the design issue, this is a design issue. Issue is positive and negative both. So today you see more women in the creative roles because it's naturally to them. For example, if you allow me into the kitchen, I'm assuming that I know cooking, okay? Somebody suddenly comes home and I will be only measuring things. Oh, 500 grams is available, only I can feed 5 people, but 10 people have landed, what I'm going to do. But I have seen what my grandmother has done is rava and semia were mixed and a khichdi was made, everybody had. This happened before my eyes. Not for a split, for them, it is not even creative thinking, there's a natural way mind works. How can I fulfill whoever has come their hunger? Instead of debating, oh, next time I should be planning this better, at that point, that immediate action taking will be very easy for them because the communication between the logic and the emotion happens very quickly for them. Okay, so very easily they can come into what can I do now? Okay, so communication also, if you notice, men tend to use the left hemisphere a lot. But today, branding, marketing, everyone says, what is the benefit of what you are giving unless it is known to the market? Nobody wants your facts and figures. Scientifically, they are saying today. People want to know, can you emotionally connect with them? That is why, again, you can see a lot of women leaders doing naturally well. They didn't make any effort. They were naturally women, they did well. So, this is very, very important. And already I was mentioning to you that this amygdala appears to be slightly larger, so emotions handling, processing will be better. But here, the regulation of emotions takes some time. But once women are standard, mean they become very clear, then nobody can emotionally move them. That clarity that they have to give some time. So we are going to see some processes through which we can tap that uniqueness and integrate. So that Shiva Shakti integration alone is life, no? That integration is very important. So we are understanding the differentiation now. And one area which women need to be very careful is when there is an emotional issue, men will fight or just shut the door and go off. That's it. That's the thing you can face. But the opposite happens for women. They will pause and they will deeply seek connection. This is what is exploited many times by the other gender. They will feel what wrong did I do to happen. So they will try to tend the connection, they will tend to repair it. So that women have to be very careful about. An emotional disturbance or a fight should not throw them off balance because by nature they are wired to reconnect and reconcile. Many families in India and the world are functioning like this only because of her strength. So this is very important. Whenever there is a stress response, be very mindful. And men tend to solve problems when there is a stress or they withdraw. Okay. Or they will pick up something, they will take a bike and go out, or they will do some action oriented thing. But women generally tend to seek social support. Again, this is another place which is being exploited. We have to be very careful about. When you have a fight, wait for reconciliation. Don't jump into reconciliation. It's not about ego. That is how the brain is wired. Second, when you seek support when you are in problem, know that you are seeking support from the right source. Again, like Ayurveda, they say, no, it's Vata, Pitta, Kapha is doing the work. You have very little to do if you are by birth, you are a Vata predominant person. You will naturally try to think creative. Somebody needs to hold you back. So it's a design issue. We cannot do anything about it. So these two areas, we need to understand because of neuroscience is giving us this wealth of information. And what we are going to do now is, I was just telling Rashi just before the start of the session, there are certain reasons why certain rituals used to happen for women which are not there for men only. And one of the key thing they do is Simantha. How many of you have heard about that? And at is that time, this Sindoor operation, Sindoor and all happened, right? That is the Simantha Marma. This place, this indirectly denotes one is somebody is married and all that symbolically. It is connected with the, the uterus and the womb. For strengthening that, the acupressure is done every day. Even today in North India, if you see that a very tight line they will be, they may not be having kunkuma like us, but they will be, Simanta will be there. Ayurveda calls it as Simanta Marma. Marma means a sensitive point. Now, when you anatomically just see the skull, it is like a football stitched. So you will see like this, and there is a straight line here. Okay. So when someone went to Kanchi Paramacharya, who lived for 100 years, when they spoke about some consumption issues, he told one simple technique to them that keep the comb straight to the nose to the this Marma and then split the hair exactly and start tying it very tight for them. You see the difference? This straight line partition is perfect partition, full straight line till this place, and then you have to tie the hair properly. And later we understood that is the Simanta Marma. So like this, very nuances are there which are out of portion for men because they don't have uterus. No? They can't do anything about it. So that is one. The next important point is this place, the eyebrow center. So those days, when you go, they just don't go to a beauty parlor and get things done. They will know whether this person knows Marma. So if you notice, the families which know makeup traditionally did it. The families which were washing the clothes were traditionally doing it. So the traditions are vanishing. Today, like people go and study MSc yoga, no, we don't become masters in yoga. We only theoretically know. Like that, somebody going to a beautician course without understanding the marma points in Ayurveda may trigger wrong things in us. So we have to be very careful about it. So what is the counter thing we can do? We cannot ask them, right? So what we have to do is the ring finger. This ring finger is how the kumkum is applied or anything is applied. Why it is so? The ring finger is what is connecting to the heart. We are going to do a mudra for the heart also. So, Rashi, can you demonstrate that? I am putting her in spotlight.
No, sir.
Huh? What happened? Okay. Because she stayed here and studied all those things. 1 week she stayed here at Srimat and studied. Is it okay, Rashi? You want to share?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to use the ring finger on our right hand. We can use the left hand also, but since we all are mostly right-handers, so and we have to keep pressing the center between our eyebrows. This is the marma point where if you keep pressing it for some time, your focus will increase. And that is also a reason that we put kumkum or something on the forehead so that this point stays pushed.
Superb, Rashi. Fantastic. So that marma is called Stapani marma. Okay, that word indicates stability. Stapana, Stapani. So minimum 90 seconds to 2 minutes, our elders will be standing before the mirror and doing. Today, people who follow healing like Louis Hay, the main thing is mirror technique. You stand before the mirror and you say, I love you. You talk everything. That is happening twice a day for Indian women. They used to do this twice a day. You have to stand before the mirror and keep applying acupressure. See, having bindi or not is second because we have Christians, Muslims, all varieties of religions are in India. Even amongst our Sanatana Dharma, There are only very few sects where we insist on having a bindi. But the Simanta Marma is when that also we have to be active. That is the only thing. But because they studied the culture so deep, they are able to do. So what can we do? Benefit is for everybody because Marma is there for everybody. So we don't need to forcefully apply a bindi if it is not in our culture. Suppose, for example, now Anaka is here. Anaka is a practice in Christian. Maybe she can wear a bindi when she is having a matching dress. That is her prerogative. Because each child belongs to a different religious background, right? But the marma is same for everybody, whether it's the Muslim, Christian, or Hindu. So what can we do? Whenever you are going to take some important decision and you feel your head is spinning, what I will do, sit quiet and just keep pressing it. Don't need to focus, it will naturally happen. Because now again, science says this ocular nervous system, the eyes take 80% of the knowledge or the light, everything coming. So you gently, for this therapy purpose, you close your eyes and keep pressing there. This is very, very important. Again, I am saying applying bindi, kumkum is your home, your personal, your cultural choice. But this, there is no choice because all of us have stress. So every day morning before the start of the day, this is a great centering. Because as per Tantra, our command center is in the eyebrow center. It is called the Agnya Chakra. Agnya means command. Okay. And because your decisions, your thought process, everything is connected with the mind and heart, that is why this finger is used because this finger is directly, the nerves are connected to the heart. So before important decisions, everything you can do. Otherwise, also, precaution is always better. So every day you can do this as a simple marma practice before the start of the day. Traditionally, we do this every 12 hours, sunrise and sunset. When you're getting ready to go out and when you come home, again you wash face, get ready for your other household work or other work. So these two times sit just to 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Quietly you do it. At the time, don't think of anything. You are alive, no, you can manage. Anything you can manage. You are alive, you will be able to manage. So keep doing it. People who are having mantra, while you are pressing it, just invoke the divine. Keep doing the mantra. So what is happening? The Ajna chakra you are stabilizing. And the main reason why that we do any mesmerism and hypnotism generally is done through your Ajna chakra. That is why to prevent that the medicated or spiritually mantra incanted kumkuma was kept there. And that kumkuma was made up of the primary ingredient is turmeric, which retarded the hair growth. See, multiple benefits we get. Okay, sticker is convenience, but that is convenience. I am stopping there. So it is better than nothing, but this is the way. So I used to ask my grandmother, in sweat it will happen, what will you do? It's slightly you rub the sandal, keep it there, uske upar karo. If you are a person who is sweating a lot, keep it as small as possible. So later nowadays I am telling people, even if Google they search, they are not able to find your kumkum, it is fine. But if you know it is there, that is okay. Why it is there? You are traveling somewhere. Sandal by nature is cooling, and the kumkuma is also like that. So you can sit quiet and just collect your mind. Just you, everybody will think you are sitting with them, but you can do. So these are all the balancing ways working with your head. So the two marmas, one is Simantha marma, another is Stapani marma. In between, there is in Siddha, these two are part of Ayurveda. In between the center, it is called Netri Marma. In Siddha Marma points, it is there. Netri means your forehead. So the straight, the Sri Vaishnavites will draw that, no straight line will be there. That line actually covers all the three marmas. These are all, they did it with reason. We don't question no why this many aksharas are there in alphabet, 26 are there, 51 are there. We have no idea to figure it out with our present level of intellect. Certain things they have given us. So we are following all these things. Is it okay till this region? Now, coming back to the um, pranayama techniques. So, what are the pranayama techniques which will be of extraordinary importance to women is when you know you are approaching your monthly cycles. So, 24 days you work like mad, don't worry about anything. 25, 26th day, body will say, please be prepared, and then you are getting into your monthly cycles. When you know this, that is why cycle means it repeats. So, what you can do, you can learn there are three cooling pranayama techniques. One is called Shitali, Shitkari, Sadanta. Shitali, Shitkari, Sadanta. I'm going to show you the demo of Shitali. For people who are not able to fold the tongue, you can do Shitkari. Shitali means you make like this tongue like a tube, like this. One second. Let me put me on spotlight. Yeah. See this? You're able to see this? Now, you have to hold this mudra, prana mudra, little finger and ring finger, and place it up. I'll just give you a demo. So what you should do is, this is a very easy process, right? You fold your tongue, it becomes like a tube. You inhale, inhale. Slowly you will feel this entire region is as if you had a menthol. You will feel that. Why this is important? This helps because sometimes so many thoughts are going on, you feel brain is heated up. Sometimes it happens naturally to many of us. It first cools down, it prevents dementia when we grow old, and any memory related issues, it will help to start. So we are going structurally like this in the body. Apart from helping us during the before the monthly cycles are arriving, this can be practiced because hormones are also main hormone endocrinal glands are all here, no? So this is going to help that, but primary help is also going to be for your brain. Okay. Second important thing is when you are feeling extreme thirst and hunger, this consistent practice will help you to regulate the thirst and hunger. This is how yogis used to manage thirst and hunger. All cooling pranayamas help us to manage thirst and hunger. Sometimes there'll be more hunger. You don't know why it is happening. It could be hormonal, it could be stress, or it could be genuinely you are hungry. At that time, don't sit down to dissect. Do what can be done at that point of time. For some of us, the tongue will not be, you cannot fold the tongue. So you have to reverse the tongue and do the same process. That is called Sheetkari. Okay. So this is another set of people are there, they can't fold the tongue also. So the tip of the tongue is kept behind the teeth, that is Sadanta. Like that, you have to make the sound and suck it fully. Don't practice in air conditioned room. That common sense all of us should exercise. Practice in a decently ventilated place. So these cooling pranayamas are also good for proper decision making. It helps the brain to function better. When we grow old, this loss of memory, where did I keep this? Because so many things will happen. And by nature, women can multitask. So you would also sometimes tend to have absence of mind or you will not know what to do. That is again a design issue because there's a coordination in the brain. You are able to naturally multitask. Men cannot do that. So it's a multitasking. So sometimes so many thought processes will be there. You will be knowing where did I keep. So this can be built in your everyday routine also. Okay, so now we have finished till this place, no? Is it okay? Now coming back to the Hridaya, heart. This heart region, the mudra we need to do, again, let me put in spotlight and show you. This, this is index finger, correct? You are keeping it at the root of the thumb, and the next two fingers like this. This little finger should be protruded like this. This resembles your heart. This has to be kept upward like this. See, upward. Upward and closer to your, the elbows need to be drawn. Okay. And you have to open out your chest and just be. You don't need to do anything actually. So let's do that. Huh? Till I give further instructions. Adopt Hridaya Mudra. You're able to see Hridaya Mudra. Again, I am telling you, thumb is there. Index finger is stuck with the root of the thumb. The middle finger and the ring finger are like a deer, that formation. This little finger is protruding out. This is how the heart looks. And this mudra should be facing upward. Okay. So let's sit quiet for a few seconds. Have a smile on your face. This helps in grounding, helps to reduce palpitations, and helps to deal with emotions better. Can release. So this can be practiced while maybe you are watching television, no problem. Somebody is talking with you. Whenever you get time, you can just sit quiet, just center yourself, and you can keep practicing. You can do your mantra sadhana again when you're doing it at your heart, the spiritual heart. You can quietly adopt Hridaya Mudra, and then you can practice it. Okay? Now, can this, yes, this mudra can be practiced by children. Absolutely practiced by children. No doubt about it. Okay. So this mudra is okay. Now, the one of the most important mudra we need to know is the prana mudra. This prana mudra. Again, prana is upward movement. So the palms are facing the roof. This is also very important when you clearly know you need a lot of energy. When you know you need a lot of energy and you are loss of words to talk, you are perplexed, this mudra helps. Because this not only makes you to breathe properly, it helps you to fill in the lungs much better. Okay. And you will feel this by practice, slowly you will feel a complete rejuvenation in the lungs to this thoracic, this region. You'll feel beautiful thing. Afterwards, you'll also understand how breath after filling the lungs reaches the abdomen and the abdomen bulges up and then it comes out. That you will start observing. So most of these mudras, try and practice 6 to 12 minutes. And you don't need to sit and practice. You are on a cab, you are coming back home, practice it. Today you have heads free, no? Hands free. No heads free, sorry, hands free. Put it and you can talk and you can keep some mudra and keep coming back home. Okay. Someone is talking too much of an emotional issue, immediately apply the Hridaya Mudra and sit there. Is it okay? So these two mudras are for this portion, heart, the lungs region. This is very important. Okay. Now, one of the important mudras required for women is the Apana Mudra. Apana Mudra is this actually was made famous by Rajinikanth, by showing like this Mrigi Mudra. That is an adoption. But this is up, like it looks like a deer if you notice. Correct? This is Apana Mudra. This mudra has to be practiced like this. The palms are down because Apana is opposite of Prana. Apana is important for a mother to push the baby out of her womb to the Mother Earth. It is regulating the monthly cycles. It is regulating urination, defecation, and all the copulation moments also. Whenever there's downward movement of energy or waste from the body or a being like a child coming out, this apana, if it is strong, that mother will never need a cesarean. So for children at home, Pratibha, you asked this question. For children, please teach all the mudras because mudras are called psychic locks. They are come from the Natya Shastra, wherein the word mud plus dra. Mud means delight. Draw means to draw forth. The English word draw is from the Sanskrit word dra. Mud plus dra, to draw forth delight, is one of the meanings of mudra. The yogic meaning is psychic lock. So I am combining both the meanings and sharing with you. So this apana mudra, what you can do, particularly I was telling, your cycles and everything is starting, or your irregular cycles may be there because you are approaching menopause. All those times, whenever you feel if the constipation is happening, some kind of cyst is there, fibroid is there, this is one of the best practices apart from practicing the cooling pranayama. So you have to sit, the mudra is downwards like this, you have to sit for again 6 minutes. Okay. Paucity of time, so I'm only giving you hints. We will share the recording with you. Okay, more girls and women, if they practice, that is more than enough for us. Okay. So now this is an important thing. Any observations, any other doubts are there before we proceed? Yeah,
So there is this temperature up downs create a lot of lethargy in the body, and the interest or the energy levels feel low. While you have a problem or don't have a problem doesn't make it that it's not necessary. But as a normal routine also goes little up and down. So how do we really deal with that
Yeah.
particularly?
For that, Swami Satyananda Saraswati has designed 9 postures. They are called energy block release. Okay. So what we will do, we will soon announce. That's why I'm asking all of you to ask some questions. So we will soon organize the session where we will teach you all these 9. So what happens is we feel that we have taken vitamin D, this one, that one, fruits, all whatever is advocated by the teacher, nutritionist, dietitian, doctor, everything you have gulped. And you are having a reasonably stress-free life also. Still you will feel there is no energy. Because that energy block, that is why that our next pranayamas which we are going to see will help. But this energy block release, These techniques can be done every day. These are all postures. And why this has happened is Swami Satyananda figured out there are 30. I'm coming to Swati and Jayalakshmi just a minute after this. Because of the industrialization and now automation and everything, we are not using certain limbs of the body. If you notice, we have stopped listening long time back. The dogs and the cows can turn their ear and see the direction. Left ear means left ear they can turn. I have a cousin brother who can move his ears. We can't. So if a sound is coming from the left, they can move the ears, we cannot. So when you don't use a limb, you start detaching yourself from the utility of the limb. And as it is, nobody listens to anybody now. So that is another issue. But we need to be very mindful. So when we do our practices, we tell people, keep your eyes still, listen to the sounds with your ears. Eyes are for looking at, don't look at the sound, hear the sound. This subtle instruction we give during our practices. Okay, so this energy block release series can be done. Second is perfect the art of Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. What is this Nadi Shodhana? Shodhana is purification. Or Nadi Shuddhi also, some teachers will say. We have 72,000 energy channels in the body. Those channels, if they are blocked also, we will feel lethargic. We will feel tired. We will feel sleepy. And we will feel irritated. We will feel angry. All the rainbow gamut of emotions will come up. Some small block somewhere. It's like you give a chocolate to the child, no, it will not start talking about the history and eat the chocolate and go off. Like that, some 3 rounds of Nadi Shodhana will save you from mental agony. Okay. Thank you, Devinder. So, Jayalakshmi, I saw you unmute first. After that, we'll go to Swati.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the question I had was, while the mudras also we might not do it perfectly. There might be a chance that we, don't hold the posture correctly. So how do we ensure that the practice we do is also, not lopsided?
You want the straightforward answer?
Yes.
Go to a proper teacher and learn. Don't depend on internet or classes like this. You're only creating awareness. I
Mm.
gave you the hint. Go to the teacher from Bihar School of Yoga tradition because I studied there. I can vouch for it. There is no too much of intellectual gymnastics there. So
Mm.
if we want to go deep, you have to study in person with a person. Okay. But whatever I'm sharing now, you will not be able to do wrong. And
Mm.
you can always cross check with us. We are available. Cross check with us. Is it okay, Jaya?
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Swati?
Yeah, hi Krishna.
Yeah.
Firstly, thank you for such amazing session. I am just mesmerized.
Mm,
My thing is only that I am a very ambitious driven person, but my energy go haywire. So I start every day. It's a 10-year story. I start my day every very nicely. Every day I'm very positive, but by second half, last, I am out. The energy is not the problem. The problem is the focus.
mm.
And I want to do too many things at too many times at one time. And then I'll end up nowhere.
Okay.
So I need solution for that.
Okay. I will give you solution and send you a GST bill also. The easiest
Okay.
way is to learn Brahmari Pranayama. When you do simple thumb rule, okay, whenever you have observed a pattern,
Hmm.
the easiest way to work around the pattern, break the pattern, or make the pattern look insignificant is go back to the Akbar Birbal story or Tenali Rama Krishnadevaraya story. A small line is drawn. The only way to make the small line, this line, Line, is to draw a bigger line next to it. You don't need to rub this line. So sometimes you don't need to break your head to break the pattern. The pattern is there to tell us a message. We are not invited to fight with that pattern. So when there's a traffic jam, when you don't have time, you take another route and go there, circumvent. Sometimes you undergo, Sometimes you overcome if there is a bridge. These are all the ways. We cannot go head on to break the pattern. So it is so good that you have observed there is a pattern. So give a pat on your back. Yes, it's very important because many of us can't identify only. Then you see how many times you are having food every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Then before breakfast, before lunch, before dinner, practice Brahmari Pranayama. Do this for 30 days. Why I am telling 30 days? There are scientific results available in NCBI website, which says cognition improves, focus improves if someone practices Brahmari Pranayama for 30 days continuously. उसके बाद 3 days, 4 days, if they don't practice also, their cognition level they are able to maintain. This is specific because you say your energy levels are not dropping, you are picking up a lot of things. Okay.
Yes.
The other is to sit with your personal coach and sort it out. What is going on? Whose need is that? Like that, they will ask you some deep questions and then they'll help you to sort it out. But the yogic way of doing that is get into the cognition, get into the physiology, which is the real thing. The thought is not real. The task is also not real because if you are not available to the task is just an idea. So tell, I am thankful, start writing it down. When you write it down, the left side brain gets the idea. And then you do this Brahmari, then because you are having the energy, you don't need to do Prana Mudra, you go for the Hridaya Mudra. And ask yourself, what are the tasks I am connecting with? And what are important to me now? Let me do that. So 30-day challenge you can take with yourself. Even one-time practice of Brahmari can solve your issue because it is happening in the midday. You don't even need to do Brahmari early in the morning. Before your lunch, you start every day. Once a day, you do for 30 days. Okay?
How to do Brahmari?
Brahmari pranayama. Okay. The simplest, okay?
And
The
also, how much time, please? In Brahmari, how many cycles or how much
Yeah.
time do you need to do?
Yeah, we'll tell that. Good question. So in Brahmari, the number of rounds doesn't matter. 6.5 to 7 minutes we have to practice at every sitting. Okay, 6.5 to 7 minutes. That's a good question. Thanks, Jaya. Now, don't do what I am doing because you can't hear me. I'm going to do something. I'm going to close my ears. Don't do Swati. Wait. So like this, there is a small window here. With this finger, you close it. And then you are inhaling. When you exhale, you make a sound from this throat. Okay, this region, as if the voice box is making the sound like this. Like this, keep extending how much ever you can without panting and puffing for breath. I'm talking for 50 minutes, no, so my throat is a bit. So you have to
Yes.
do this humming. Okay. If you want to learn how we do, today was the 491st day. Every day we are doing morning 5:31 to 5:58 free. Shanti is there, Davinder is there. They regularly attend. Vijayalakshmi does at home. Bharati ji attends. So many of them attend that. Okay. So what you can do is you join and practice every day at the same time. Then you will get a hang of it. There are some resources we will share with you. Okay, with the group.
Sure. Thank you.
Pratibha?
So I had the question of Brahmari itself because many people teach differently. So this is only the inhaling and closing of the ears. So many do like this also. So I was just
No, we are
wondering.
not complicating anything. The reason is what is the minimum we need to do to get the optimum results? Modern language only.
Right.
That is called a Shanmukhi Mudra. Shanmukhi means
Hmm.
face. The five senses and the mind is Shanmukha. That is symbolic thing for people who are doing it as a sadhana every day. It
Okay.
has become a fashion now. People are doing like this, doing like they don't know what they are doing.
Yeah, we don't know. Right.
So better is do the simplest way. Sometimes khichdi is the best food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And safest food 365 days also. So
Yeah.
one of the tests my teacher said, if nobody is there at home, every day make khichdi, but put one full aloo in that and eat it. In the evening also, heat it and eat it. Okay, like that, simplest is closing and doing it. When you do that, what happens? E and T gets sorted out. Ear, nose, throat. So when you have cold and cough, don't practice pranayama, don't practice yogasana. That is the reason we taught mudra. Mudra can be practiced at any time, but pranayama and asana to practice, you need to be reasonably healthy. Okay.
So is this Brahmari good for thyroid issues?
Yes, yes, yes. Thyroid, anything to do with your endocrine gland, the throat, voice box, it improves voice culture. If you are a coach, if you are a trainer, if you are a teacher, this is a mandatory pranayama.
Means the Vishuddhi chakra will heal.
Ah, the clarity, clearance, everything will be happening. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Now, what can be done? One asana, preferably each of you could try, is thunderbolt posture, which is Vajrasana. It helps to quicken your digestive system, digestion itself. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. In sinus, no. When you have a ear, nose, throat issue, don't do. Learn Jalaneti. Jalaneti technique will help you to clear sinus, pollen dust allergy, and then you can do Brahmari. Okay. Yeah. Swati, you have a doubt? Your hand is up.
No, no, no.
Okay. Yeah. See, what I feel is I have been able to cover only 40 to 50% of what I intended. If you don't mind, we will catch up one more hour next month. And let me complete what I had in mind. Is it okay? So formally, we close the session now. If any takeaways are there, you can share and we can close in 5 minutes.
You're brilliant. That's the thing I can say.
Yes, even I want to say the same thing. You're brilliant. Frankly, I'll tell you, Mr. Krishna, is that I was not very for this Indic things and everything. I'm not into that. I am typically a modern person, but as the age is coming, I'm falling towards it. But getting a right guru at the right time is also very important. So, people like you, when they give you the right knowledge, you tend to love that subject. But अगर आपको गलत इंसान मिल जाता है ना, फिर आप और उसके against जाने लग जाते हो.
Okay.
So, frankly, you are amazing with your knowledge, and you simplify the work.
Okay.
I've been attached, I think more than a year now, sir. I guess,
Yeah.
right? And I've been in
I
practice with him since 5:30 to 6 in the morning every day. Whenever I miss, I feel guilty. But then I try to do my practice. I make sure that I'm there at that class because it really gives me the whole day full of clarity, I've done a lot within this year, a lot because of this practice. I wrote my book, which I was not even able to write for 3 years. I have gone ahead and completed my podcast. I have opened my 2 organizations. I don't know what all I've done in this year, just after this practice, since I have
Sir, I
started
would
this
love to know about your program. I would love to attend very sincerely. But I would like to tell you one thing. Please don't go for next month. It has to be in the continuation period.
490
I'll
days
check.
we have done, so there is no
Yeah.
stopping.
We every day
Okay.
morning we can do. And my request is you tell what you felt. Don't
I
tell
felt,
anything about me because it's okay. I am there anyway. So the idea is each of us can maybe relate to what you say. This is just a thought process, okay? And I will anyway feel shy when you tell all these things, to be honest.
okay.
And Rashi and Anaka are here. We purposely didn't want to keep it on that day because so many things were happening. So we want to keep it on the day, and thanks. One of the mother is here, Anjum is here, another mother, Jagadamba is there. We are actually starting Yoga Nidra for mothers today. There are 4 mothers who are joining us. It just naturally happened. One day we were talking, and then Shivani said, Amma will do. Then Arvind Katta said, my mother will do. And Shrikant's mother also said she will do. She's here, I think. So it just happened naturally. So because your insights will help others. That's why. Okay.
Sir, I
Yeah.
just want to know about your program. How do I get to know? Please share your number so that I
Yeah.
can speak to you.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Sure. I have heard Jagadamba. She has raised her hands. Arvind's mother. Namaskaram, Amma.
Namaskaram, sir.
Namaskaram.
Sir, on behalf of Jagadamba, I am talking.
Yeah.
She's my mother-in-law. Actually,
Yeah.
Arvind Katta shared your contact.
Sure.
Yeah. See, basically, even we wanted to know the program and the timings, and if any chance, we would like to discuss few things. If you share your number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah. And actually, sorry, today we joined late.
It's okay. Recording we will send.
Yeah.
I tell our sessions are all like Rajnikant movies only. Wherever you can join, you'll get something. I've shared my number, just WhatsApp, and I will comment.
Oh, sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more
So
sharings?
I have one question. You
Yeah.
talked about Apana Mudra,
Ah.
dear Mudra. Okay, here
The
it
dear
is
Mudra. Oh, yeah. Tell me.
yeah. It is helping for the downward movement,
Yes.
and which is urination, copulation,
Yeah.
constipation, and all.
Yeah.
So can it be done by anybody who is suffering from constipation?
Yes.
Any any male
Fibroids,
also?
constipation, everything they can do because anything to do with the gravity, that is Apana Mudra.
Hmm.
Any downward movement is obstructed, we need to do that.
Okay. Okay. So for me today the takeaway is the only way to make the line small is to draw a bigger line.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
In Vedanta way, I will say you just realize women are the biggest line of the two lines. Just realize that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if there is nothing to share, can we close the session for the day? Yeah. Just we'll pray for the cosmic well-being by chanting Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu 3 times, and then let's close the session. Okay. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you so much. Hoping to see you all again. We have your email IDs. We will get in touch with you. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Thank you.